Hello everyone, this is Mr. Lipchick, and today we are going to go over the instructions for the American Government B Unit 1 portfolio. Okay, some basic things. The most important thing to do in order to save time and get a good grade is to read the instructions for the assignment. Okay, you see that picture of the man falling off the ladder? Actually, people die every year for not reading the simple instructions on certain types of ladders, and they fall to their death. So, reading instructions is important not just in academics but in life, so be sure to read them. If you're unclear about them, go back and read them again. And if you are still unclear, call me. I will be happy to break it down and explain it as carefully as I can. Okay, part one. You are to decide which of the following freedoms is most important to you and write it down or type it down. Freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, or freedom of assembly. Once you've decided which freedom is most important to you, locate the constitutional amendment that protects this right. There are 10 that are included in the Bill of Rights that you should focus on. A copy of the list of the first 10 amendments, the Bill of Rights, will be posted on the message board, so you can access this while you access these and other instructions for this portfolio. Then write down the entire amendment that guarantees the right that you have chosen. Type it out or write it out. Don't paraphrase it. Write the whole thing out literally, word for word. Then highlight or underline the part of the amendment that guarantees the right that you have chosen for this portfolio. Okay, that's a relatively easy thing to do. Part one is pretty simple. Okay, your next task will be to create a collage that illustrates the freedom that you chose. And that brings up the question, what is a collage? I can't tell you how many times I've been asked that question. A collage is a collection of words and images that visually represent a theme or an idea. If you look to the right, here is a collage kind of Disney and popular culture. Okay. Yours doesn't have to be as elaborate as this one, but you can feel free to go all out and do a really neat one. Your collage must include a minimum of these two things. 4 images that represent the freedom that you chose, and 4 words that represent the freedom that you chose. What if you have trouble creating one on the computer? Some people's computer skills are better than others. If you have difficulty with this, then create it by hand on paper, scan it into a PDF file, and submit that as your collage for this portfolio. If you use images from the internet, you must include a credits page to document where you acquired them. So you must cite your images as follows depending on the source of the image. And I'm not going to go through every one of these. This PowerPoint will be posted on the message board so that you can access them as you need them. Some photographs are from a museum collection. They have their specific format. Then there are photographs from a publication, such as a book or magazine. Photographs that you find online, and personally taken photographs. Okay. Get into the habit of citing your images and all of your sources, because when you go to college, you will most definitely be held to task that you should do this, and if you don't do it, you can get yourself into a lot of trouble. Okay, part 3. Part 3 requires that you write a reflective essay on the freedom that you chose. Now, what does it mean to reflect? To reflect means to stop and think deeply about something, like the man on the right is doing. There are 3 questions posed about the freedom in your instructions, and you should answer each with a paragraph or so. 2 or 3 words does not constitute a paragraph in my book. 2 to 3 sentences does. Okay. The first question you'll be asked is, why is this freedom necessary for a democratic society? What is a democratic society? We live in a democratic society. Think about how not having certain freedoms would impact the way we live. Use your imagination to wonder about what society would be like without that freedom. Are there conditions under which this freedom could be denied? If so, when and why might this freedom be denied? Well, I can give you half the answer right now. There are conditions under which practically every freedom can be denied. And they all have to do with certain situations. Okay? So for this one, you need to think about some common sense situations in which other concerns might outweigh this freedom in certain circumstances. Okay? Yes, we have the right to free speech. Does our free speech rights extend to a government official disclosing important military secrets? No, it doesn't. Okay, so there are limits to virtually every freedom, and you need to think about those limits as they pertain to the freedom that you chose for this assignment. Does this freedom impact your life? Probably more than you are aware. Think about the things that you might not be able to do if you did not have this freedom. Okay, so how are we going to grade this? All right, you'll be given points for your work as follows. First off, be sure to do all 3 parts of this assignment. People who only do part of assignment are really cheating themselves. It just takes a few extra minutes of work. It can save yourself a lot of grief. Part 1. The full text of the amendment is included. 3 points. 3 points just for copying the amendment. Okay, that's a gimme. It's very easy. And section relating to the freedom is highlighted. Okay, another easy thing to do. Okay, 5 points right there. Part 2. Collage includes at least 4 images and source credits. 4 points. Images are a thoughtful representation of the freedom chosen. 4 points. The collage includes at least 4 words related to the freedom chosen. 4 points. And the design of the collage is professional and easy to read. 5 points. I just want to see that you put some effort into it. The last one there just indicates that you didn't just throw something together and do a terrible job. Okay, finally, part 3. A thoughtful explanation of why this freedom is necessary. 6 points. At least 2 specific details about conditions under which it could be denied. 6 points. And at least 2 examples of how this freedom impacts your daily life. Okay, that's also 6 points. It's a typo there. I left it out somehow. Okay, so what if I don't do well on it? Okay, well, that's how we learn. That's how human beings learn. We make mistakes. You can do it over as many times as you wish in order to improve your grade. If you are willing to take the time and effort to conscientiously work to improve, I will take the time and effort to grade you along the way. First, however, you should call or webmail me for assistance. If you don't understand what you did wrong, you need to express that to me so that I can explain it to you more carefully. Okay, that about does it. The final thought I want to leave you with is, please do not submit a blank piece of paper for a temporary 0 so you can move through the curriculum, because what will happen is at the end of the semester you're going to wind up with 3 portfolios that you have to do. And that's a lot of work, and it's time consuming. And when you skip things, you postpone the inevitable. Okay, don't do tomorrow what you can do today. Get up early in the morning, put on a pot of coffee, and get to work. All right, folks, I appreciate you paying attention. If you need any help, have any questions, just give me a call. Take care now and have a nice day. Bye-bye.